Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Paul Trini here with the one and only Meagan Fisher.
Hello.
Yay. She's here and she needs to go to the bathroom. Just kidding. Is that wrong that I say that? We
It's
both
just
get a
a
little
nervous
nervous
thing.
and then it's a thing. All right. So I broke the ice. That was
There we
easy.
go.
So
Perfect way to do it.
super happy to have you here, Krista, and everybody joining us online, Ryan Ford. Good to have you. And again, I think this is a super fun week we have going on, by the way.
Yeah, it
like
sounds
XD,
awesome.
XD is free as of this morning. We have a sort of a starter release version, essentially, that we're just giving out to everybody. So I think that's kind of awesome.
That
And we
is
have
amazing.
updates that we haven't even talked about. Some of the sort of swap symbol features, bringing in some enhancements we have to bringing in sketch files, stuff like that. So it's super cool. And it's super fun to have you here.
Thank you. It's
Yay.
wonderful to be here.
Yay.
It's so
Good,
cool to
good.
be in the HQ.
Yeah. Have you ever been to this office?
I haven't, no.
Okay.
So
and
this
you
is a whole
really
new
haven't
world
been to
for me.
San Francisco in a bit.
No, this is my
For-
second time here, so I'm
Okay.
very, very excited to
Cool.
check out the city.
Yeah, it is super cool. We're gonna have fun this week here in San Francisco. Always curious as to where you're joining us from. I see some familiar names there, but always kind of curious as to where you're from, so we can give you a shout out. But this is going to be super cool. We can kind of click through just a couple housekeeping things real fast, if you
Okay.
don't mind. We have you for 2 hours. You're not going anywhere.
That's right.
Which is awesome.
Even if I do have to pee.
Right, even if sorry about that. I get the
stand
same
the
way.
I like the comment about breaking the seal, by the way. That's a term they use in the UK. My husband's actually
Oh.
English, so he says that all the time. He's like, don't break the seal.
He's right over here
He's
too
back
as
there.
well,
He's giving me a
joining
thumbs
us.
up. So anyway,
Yes.
appreciate that comment.
This is good. Yeah, from all over. So people from Germany. We see
Canada.
Canada. I love it. Hey, Bram, good to see you, my friend.
Honduras.
Awesome. Brazil.
Amazing.
Isn't this
Wow.
fun?
Pakistan.
Pakistan?
This is so cool.
Oh,
Oh my God. Hi, everyone.
DC. Yeah, this is really awesome. So thank you so much for joining us. We have you for a couple hours. We have Zachary Nilsson up after this as well. We're going clear till 3:30 p.m. Pacific time today.
Exciting.
So thank you for joining us, regardless of the time, wherever it is. Netherlands,
Wow.
Morocco, very cool. I think Pakistan is about as far east as I've seen so far.
Oh, from India. That's
Iceland
amazing.
and everything. So, yes, awesome. Special thanks to Mark and Alyssa, who were just up. Thank you so much.
Awesome
Lock the
job.
door, make sure she doesn't go anywhere. We can have her for the next couple days, too.
That's right.
So I kind of want to, should I just talk about the challenges real fast? Can I? Is that okay?
Yeah,
Is that
please
okay with you?
do.
And then we're going to dive
I wanna
into
hear
getting to
about them.
know about you. So essentially, we do have a challenge tab that you can see, and this is just sort of our, as you can see right over here, creating a productivity app. Okay, so this is just the Adobe Live challenge that's happening today. So this hasn't changed. It's pretty much like what we usually do. Using XD, you can use this UX font pack as well and submit whatever you create based on productivity, and we will review it in about an hour and a half. So that's super cool, and of course you can win Creative Cloud. Then also we have something a little bit more advanced happening. Give me 1 second. You can see this daily creative challenge right here. So this is new, and this is what Mark just talked about. So this is sort of over the course of 8 days, you'd have a different challenge each day, and the goal is to submit at least 5 sort of daily challenges.
Cool.
So we'll make sure we get that link posted, but that's the daily creative challenge. And again, XD is free. You have sort of a project to dive into, and we'll just kind of see where it goes from there. Maybe you'll win stuff. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? So that's super fun. Those are the 2 things going on: Adobe Live Challenge, and then the Creative Challenge, the daily Creative Challenge we have for the next 8 days.
Exciting.
Yeah, so a lot going on. I'm done
So
talking.
much.
You're up. What's the plan today? What do you think?
Okay, well, I'm pretty excited to work on this project because it's something I feel like I would just want to do anyway. So for those who don't know, my site is Owltastic, and I'm kind of obsessed with owls.
I love it.
And have been for basically my whole life. So they said I could do anything I wanted. So
Boy, were we sorry. No, I'm just joking.
yeah, I probably should have had more constraints than that, but it's okay. So I thought that I would make an app that's like a guide, sort of a guide to owls.
Okay.
So actually,
That's
where I
cool.
just moved, near Winter Park, Florida. Shout out to anyone in Florida that's watching.
Florida. Nice.
There's this Audubon park, and they basically rescue injured birds and like bring them in and kind of rehabilitate them. And then the ones that they can, they release, and the ones they can't stay and are kind of like, it's kind of like a little zoo, but it's also, you know, helping the animals.
That's really
in the area.
cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. So this park has these really flimsy, like laminated guides that they give you when you get there that are like, it's like a guide to all the different owls at the park and information about like their care. So I thought, wouldn't it be awesome if there was an app for that instead? Because these guides are kind of gross. They're like been around for a while.
Yeah, they've been around. Even though they were laminated, they're still kind of beat up. And
yeah, exactly. So I thought I would make kind of a digital iPhone app version of that. So
that's good.
It sounds crazy, but stick with me. I think you guys will think it's cool.
Yeah, so it's a guide that will help you like identify owls based on like maybe like photos and you know, we could brainstorm this all day long.
Owl information. I mean, I brought this little book that my friend gave me as like a reference guide. I don't know if you guys could see that. It's like an illustrated guide to owls.
Yeah.
So maybe we could refer to that if we need it.
Yeah, totally. I love it. Yeah.
It's got beautiful illustrations.
By Matt Sewell, our most enchanting bird, the owl.
They really are the most enchanting bird, I would say.
Yeah, they are super fascinating. And yeah, no, they are really cool. And
let's see if I can move
so there
more in frame.
There you have it.
Look at these beautiful illustrations. I'm not going to use them in the work because I don't have the right to do that. But anyway, I still wanted to show it off. For owl fans, you should check this book out.
Yeah, that is really cool. What sort of owls are native to Florida? Do you know?
That's a good question. I feel like I should know that. We were just at that owl park the other day. There's like barn owls.
Yeah.
I have a list going. There's a snowy owl, but I don't think they're native to Florida. I don't know how he probably sticks out like a sore thumb. It's like, what am I?
I'm not hiding at all.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
So that is cool. Like I know in Colorado, I live in Colorado. We have barn owls there, and I actually have an owl that sits on top of my house. I hear him at night, and he'll just like hoo at night because I'm next to like a big open field. So he's just waiting for. And did you know their wings are designed? Their feathers are designed in such a way to when they fly, they don't make a sound.
Yeah.
So they can coast in silently at night or at dusk and get little snacks.
Yeah, snatch
let's take a little snack here.
Poor little mice.
Sorry, mice. This is all about owls, and of course you have your daily challenge, which is all personal productivity. I don't know how that ties together.
Yeah,
I don't have anything
owls
for you.
are wise. It's wise to be productive. Maybe there's something there.
Yes.
Oh, I just saw Talon said hi. Hi, Talon.
Talon's in the house. Talon, we were just talking about you, and we would love to have you come on down at some point.
Yeah,
we have
come
some people
say
that
hi
want to
if
meet
you get a chance.
Yes.
Definitely.
So yeah.
Anyway, I could talk about owls for the rest of the day.
We just talk about it. We don't even touch XD. Thank you so much. We did switch to your screen.
Actually, blank canvas.
Where are we going to start? I mean, we have an idea.
We do have an idea. So I was just saying that I did the world's worst sketches this morning. So I'm starting with those. But I can talk a little bit about that because this is pretty much exactly how I start every project.
Yeah,
with just really crappy, like, first thing that comes to mind, first thing off the top of my head, sketches.
Okay, yeah, let's take a look at this on our
little
if we can
switch to this camera.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Look how bad those are. There's like ink smudges. It makes no sense, but it makes sense to me. So for those of you who think you have to be good at drawing to be a digital designer, you definitely don't, as you can see from this.
Yeah, you don't need to. Look at this.
These are literally what we're going to be making. Doesn't it look great? There's a couple more in here.
No, but this is a good place to start, right?
Yeah, honestly, you'll be amazed how this is going to transform into design magic. Oh, my friend Jackie just said hi. Hey, Jackie. Sorry, she works at Behance, and she's like, "You're going to be on our TV today."
You're going to be on our TV.
Yay.
That's awesome. So we'll probably get some owl puns as we see them all already rolling in.
Oh my God, yeah. All these chat posts about owls are totally going to distract me, but I'll try to focus. Okay, So I thought today we'd kind of start with just going through my process for wireframing. Every project I do basically starts with wireframes, and I do those directly in XD.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, and kind of taking those same files and building on that to do visual style, which hopefully is where we'll end up tomorrow. We'll see how today goes.
Okay, yeah, let's see how far we get. Meagan, good to see you from Brazil. I don't know if you have owls in Brazil. I really don't know, but
I
you kind of wonder.
Do. Yeah, definitely. Owls are everywhere. Oh, people are posting all the different owls. Cool.
Yeah, we're all about owl trivia today and owl puns, essentially.
We'll definitely get more of those going.
I know you said you start with wireframing in XD.
I do.
Did you just start from scratch, just like this? Like you just draw everything, or do you use kits, or what do you think?
A lot of times, I basically just start from taking the sketches and getting those really roughly in place in XD. I'm a little bit neurotic about like setting up my files, so that is kind of the biggest like barrier to entry initially. So that's why I've got this one ready to go. So I've got it set up with wrong keyboard shortcut. Got it set up with the grid and everything. Wow, my brain is.
And we're making her use like one of our laptops here.
Yeah.
So it kind of takes some getting used to.
But yeah, so I've got the grid set up the way I like it already and all that. I typically use the 8-point grid. I don't know if you guys have read about that.
And then
it's all the rage right now.
If you don't mind, just kind of selecting the artboard, just so we can see. Yeah, just click on there we go. And just so you can kind of see on the right-hand side, that's where everything's kind of defined. Yeah. Layout, you could switch to, from grid to, and there's the drop down there.
There you go.
There you go. Oh, you're using all the shortcuts. You are good.
Yeah, I just had a weird moment where I couldn't remember them, but now they're coming back to me.
Slowly. She's trying to.
How do I design again? No, just kidding.
Right. Okay, so.
So yeah, so you can see there where I've got like the grid set up. This is funny. So like the normal resolution for an iPhone is 375 pixels, but because I like to use the 8-point grid, I have it set to 376.
Oh,
and then at the last minute, I just shaved that pixel off in case anyone's like, does she not know how iPhones work?
Yeah.
I do. It's just me being neurotic and needing everything to be an even number.
That would bother me too, actually. And we'll see that typically. People on the stream, people watching will notice, and it'll just drive you nuts. Even if you're designing and something's not, tight but not touching, it can really get to you. So
you're gonna see a lot of that today. Me just being like, oh, that's like 1 pixel off, and everyone's like, it doesn't matter, just keep going. And I'm like,
and we'll tweak for an hour and a half, just one little.
I'll just be moving things pixel by pixel. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing some design stuff, and we'll see what happens. I always, for some reason, like to start with Avenir in my wireframes. I guess it's just kind of a pretty font.
It is.
The typography and stuff, I try to get it right early on, like in the wireframing process, but I'll definitely end up playing with it a lot more as I do like visual design.
Yeah, I like it. So, and Nick's asking, is iPhone 6, 7, 8 pretty common mobile artboard size?
I think that's actually, so when you do a new document in XD, that's like, when
it's kind of the standard.
That's what it normally names the artboard.
No,
but
perfect.
Yeah, it's a good size to start with, I would say, for mobile app design.
I think so too. And there is a little drop-down arrow that you can always select next to that default icon and access more.
Totally. So here you can see me already being neurotic and lining everything up to the grid.
Okay, cool. So there's so many things we can do. And since you mentioned that, we're just kind of talking that, as we kind of start to design this, we can always connect, our iPhone or whatever the case may be and actually preview it directly on the device.
Especially once we get to the visual style phase, I tend to do that. I was wondering how that's going to translate to camera because I'll be spending the whole time looking at it on here. But
we'll be able to share it, no problem. But I know some people who just like actually work that way. Like they'll have it up on the side when it gets to that stage.
Yeah.
Where you just watch it change and you just use it as almost like a second screen to check sizes.
Exactly. That's pretty much what I do because I've done it before where I haven't been looking at it on my phone and then I get like days into the project, and I'm like, oh, I should probably look at it on the screen, and I'm like, oh crap, I need to like rearrange things. So now I try to do that more frequently throughout the process for sure.
No, that's good. Krista's asking if it's okay to design based on iOS or Android guidelines, depending on what device you're designing.
Design based on...
yeah, obviously, like if you're designing for iOS, use those iOS guidelines. The cool thing is there are UI kits for both, and I could see that you even pulled in, you know, that top bar.
Yeah, it's just kind of helpful.
Yeah, and you know what that's actually good for is just to see the size of things in relation to that top bar.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Visually,
it helps to kind of anchor it, provide that perspective.
Yeah, sets that context.
Yeah, I just yanked that top bar from UI kit too, so there's a bunch of them available for XD, which is great.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, so what can you win this time? You can win lots of things. Notice we do have these fancy socks right here. So we have some Adobe XD socks we will be giving away just for fun. That's the chat and win countdown that you see on the other side of the screen, and that's one thing you can win, as well as check out the challenge tab, and then we also have our sort of 8-day daily challenge that's happening.
Pretty cool.
So how do you deal with pixel depth on your design nowadays? Good question, Fabricio. Yeah, we can talk about that, but basically, like, so you're designing at 100%, if you will, right? So you're not designing it, say, twice as large and outputting smaller or anything. But basically that's the output phase. You can say, hey, you know, output high DPI images. And really what you're doing here is you're working entirely in vector so far.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And is that typically what you try to do, is roll with vector any chance you get?
Yeah, more or less, especially like now with I think the way design's kind of changed. Back when I did everything in Photoshop, you know, like I guess 5 years ago, when was the skeuomorphic stuff where you know, like nothing was done in vector, and you'd be bringing in all these textures. And that was probably more than 5 years ago now.
Yeah, you're talking about like an individual like style, and even you know, what were you even doing 5 years ago? I'm just kind of curious. Were you designing for mobile, or were you, because like this is a fairly new field.
Yeah.
You know.
No, actually, most of my career I would say I've done like marketing design for web. So I design and build. So you know, the last 7 years I've been in New York and worked for like 3 startups in that time, really, and I was kind of in charge of doing like their marketing design primarily, and then also working on product design here and there. But most of my focus really has been on like designing marketing sites, I would say.
Yeah, no,
but
cool.
I love product design.
Same here. Okay.
So I'm excited to do more of it now.
Ooh, good question, David. Can XD do the same thing as Illustrator? Yes and no. Quite frankly, like XD is never here. It's not here to replace Illustrator like at all. Take for instance, you know, if you're gonna add a stroke to that circle that might show the owl, you can have an inside stroke, outside stroke, a center stroke, but you can't necessarily like do dashed lines, for instance.
Right.
So like there's some things where you literally just like go into Illustrator, make it copy, paste, done. You know, I love Illustrator. So.
It is good.
What's your, okay, we're gonna just pretend XD is your main app.
It is.
That you use. What's your secondary app that you use, like right next to it? Is there one?
I guess Photoshop would probably be the second most common one that I use, but
cool.
That's really just for like playing with photo styles and stuff.
Yeah, because you're gonna need to drop in some photos for those owls eventually.
Yeah, I'll be cropping some owl images at some point, so.
Yeah.
That's when I'll probably start jumping into Photoshop again.
And then I can always like help you with that when we get to that point.
Oh, that would be fun. We could have some really cool like stylized looking owls.
We can.
Could be like
we could have fancy owl. We can have the studious owl. I don't know if there's like we give them different character traits.
Yeah, right. I was thinking we could Photoshop them, put like glowing edges or something on them. No, that'd be weird.
Like
remember that old
owls?
school filter in Photoshop? Has anyone been using it for that long, where when you first got it and you were like discovering filters and it was really exciting to like
add a glow to
apply
something.
all the photo effects? Like,
oh
you
yeah.
could, like,
It's funny.
texturize
You would just
them
go nuts, right? You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I can add a drop shadow thing. Everything's
my
getting a
God,
drop shadow.
everything.
Like, oh, I just discovered
Yes.
this. Everything's getting the new thing I just discovered.
Totally. It was like that for so long. So much. I feel like when I first started out, my web design style was like whatever thing I just discovered in Photoshop. That was my thing.
That's awesome. And that's typically what happens to you as a designer, I think. You know, you take things to the extreme, and then, you know, as you get more experience, you just use a lot less of that. You just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
totally.
It's more of an exercise in restraint, especially these days, where it's all
Yeah.
about, you know, keeping things clean and making them easy. Oh yeah, Kerwin, bevel and emboss. Ooh, look at that. Oh, look at, I just made it look 3D. I could like touch it.
I love lens flares too. Neon glow, yes. This is amazing. We're all having Photoshop nostalgia. I wish I could go back and tell my high school self, who was like so excited when we got Photoshop on like art class. We got it on the computer, and that's the first time we used it.
It's huge.
I wish I
that's
could go
awesome.
back and be like, one day you're gonna be hanging out at the Adobe HQ.
HQ, that's right, and they won't let you go. They will lock the door
Yeah, and you'll
for
be
3
afraid.
days and not let you even go to the bathroom. So
Help.
we
No, I'm
will.
just kidding.
Ooh, Fabricio, eye candy plugins. You guys remember like Kai's Power Tools? Remember all that stuff?
Yeah, all the
I'm gonna
plugins
get
were
some of you
great.
guys. Yeah, this is old school. Kai's
like,
Power
shaking
Tools.
their
Remember there was like plugins that did all this crazy stuff, and that was a thing.
Ooh, I just use repeat grid for anyone who's following along. This is a perfect example of where you use it. It's exciting. Basically, a screen is done now. It makes
Done.
it
Wait,
possible
you just
to-
did. I glanced at my laptop. I looked up, and now there's like 10 of them. How did you do that again?
That is.
Can you just like do an
repeat-
undo again real fast, just so everybody knows?
Repeat grid in action. It's exciting. So I just created this first row. Hit the repeat grid button
In the properties panel, whatever's selected, and then you just
Yeah.
grab that.
and just drag it. Drag
Bar.
as many as you want.
Yeah, I love it.
Keep on going.
So it'll repeat on down.
Yep. And then, like I said, I use the 8-point grid, so I know I want this to be 16 pixels. So I just kind of slide this little thing to make the padding whatever I want.
Right on, Ryan forward, Command R for repeat grid.
Oh,
Now,
good.
Since
good
this
tip.
has been, since we added this to XD, like, everybody wants it. Like, I want it in Illustrator, I want it in
Yeah.
Photoshop, and you'll, after working in
can't-
XD, you'll jump to another app, and you're like, oh, it doesn't have this cool thing,
I
and you
can't
realize
work
how much
without
work you
it.
have to do.
Yeah, I need it now. It's
Yeah.
like totally a part of my workflow. It doesn't have to be grouped, I don't think. Let me verify that, Ryan. I see your question. So yeah, these are just, if you look over here at the layers panel. Oh, actually they are grouped. Let's see if they're not.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
In fact, I think sometimes grouping it means that you have a grouped shape within a repeat grid, so you have to kind of click multiple times.
Yeah,
so.
you can end up doing the like furious double clicking to get to something.
Yeah.
So
And I do like how you have your layers panel up, so you can kind of see how everything's like the hierarchy of everything.
yeah,
you know, and that's-
exactly. I'm actually, to tell you the truth, I'm really bad about organizing layers. Like that's one of the
Okay.
last things I do in terms of going back and like grouping and naming things.
believe
I know I'm one of those
Right.
designers.
No, just joking. you're busy
It's
getting
like
paid.
chaos. Yeah,
no,
man,
I get it.
I gotta get the ideas out. You know?
I
No
agree.
time for
Who has
organization.
time to name their layers? Like, I'll try to name it if it's a symbol, and I'm going to make it turn it into a symbol. Sure, because we could actually search in the assets panel now, which
That's
is
true.
awesome.
I do love that. Yeah.
Yes, but no, I don't ever fault somebody for like not naming their layers
That's so
until you have
funny.
to share that PSD or XD file with someone
Exactly.
else. Then it gets to be an issue.
I feel like designers are pretty split with that. I've worked with people who are like, what is going on in your layers panel? You have to be better organized about this. Actually, my husband, who's a designer, is obsessive
Shout out.
about organizing his
Husband,
files.
husband as of how long?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
This is kind of our honeymoon.
She's like, hey, we're
at
gonna, you know what we're
Adobe.
gonna do? We're gonna spend our honeymoon at Adobe. We really appreciate you.
It's romantic.
Thank you, Meagan. Can you, everybody give Meagan a virtual hug as well as her new husband,
Yep.
newlywed?
That's right.
Oh, that's so exciting.
It's pretty exciting. But yeah, it's funny because we're both designers and his like layers panel and everything is organized like flawlessly,
Really?
perfectly. And he looks at my stuff and he's like, "What the heck is going on here?"
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you like organized in like real life? If we were to, oh no.
No.
Okay.
It's pretty bad. I'm glad I made it here.
I want to know who names their layers and who doesn't, in that just in chat. Looks
Yeah,
like
I wanna
Min's guilty of not naming layers. Awesome.
Yeah, I do the same thing. She says I named them at the last minute before handing them to the dev team.
Perfect. And as far as your dev team knows, hey, they've been named all along.
Yeah.
So Kaylee's like, never.
Layers should be smart enough to name themselves. That's a good feature request.
Oh, man. They
cool.
kind of do, but yeah, they're not so intelligent to, see a circle with a box underneath and read that as a profile image. It can't.
Yeah.
It's only.
That's pretty far off, I think. That would be
She
spooky
rocks.
almost.
Names every time. So jealous of you. What? Kevin names stuff.
I like it. We're finding out who the messy designers like me are versus the good ones.
I'm actually kind of like show some things. Give me 1 second.
I'll just keep
Checking
trucking.
it out.
So I'm working on this bottom navigation pane. I was thinking the 4 kind of screens in this app are going to be like guide, which is like a guide to the owls, adopt, because that bird sanctuary that I was telling you about actually has a program where you can adopt an owl. So it's kind of sweet. You get like a little picture, like this is your owl, and then the money goes towards. I know. I feel like I need to like. I'm gonna go on later and share the link for this because. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
And where's this in Florida again?
I think a lot of the places do it, but the one that I've been to is in Maitland. It's kind of near Orlando, so. Pretty cool. But anyway, so one of the screens that we'll do will be the adopt an owl screen, and then I thought maybe we'd also have like a news screen, like latest owl news. I guess there's like owl events at this place, so we can talk about that.
Yeah, I'd want to know about that. Like, hey,
everyone wants to know owl news, right?
Yeah. And what would that be? What would owl news be called?
Yeah, let's get some ideas for that. I like that. The Daily Hoot. It's so lame.
The Daily Hoot.
I'll see myself out.
I like how Dylan, do you name your layers layer 1, 2, 3? So technically they're named.
Yeah, they are named. It's just not helpful
well played.
names. Also, as you guys can probably see, I use the calculator in Spotify about 1 million times a project. I don't know if anyone else does this, but when I'm figuring out like how far apart things should be, I do all these little calculations on the fly.
I usually use Chrome, but
oh, that works too. If you do Command Space, it just like pulls it up for Mac users anyway. Sorry, the rest of you. But yeah, so you'll see me doing all these weird little calculations while I'm working. That is what's going on there.
All right, Kaylee says she's walked around the office with no shoes and everybody can see her sock game. I don't know if your sock game includes XD socks, but you can see about a minute. We'll just do a chat and win little giveaway just for fun.
I love that idea.
Keep your feet warm. Owly news.
Owly news.
The night owl.
Oh, I like that. The night owl. Okay.
Oh, Kaylee, maybe you don't have the XD socks. Well, give us less than a minute, you might be able to win them. So, super easy.
Ooh, I like some of these.
The Howler.
Francisco, I'm glad you're learning tips.
Oh, slow clap for Antonia's Owlsome. Like awesome.
Oh, that's good.
Owlsome.
Owlsome.
Ooh, I love it.
Cool.
I'm writing these down.
Yeah, we got to save these for later.
Yeah, I like some, because you never know. This stuff is going to come in handy.
Definitely. Owlsome could just be the name of this fictional park.
Yeah, like it could be the name of the fictional park or the app or whatever.
Yeah,
because the thing is like you maybe have it tied to a specific whatever place, or it could be used. I could be halfway around the world and want to use this app.
That's true.
I think the cool thing about it is today it's owls. Like tomorrow it could be something else. It could be like, it could be another type of bird or something. So.
Or even another type of park. Like,
yeah.
You could use this as inspiration. I know we're all out there designing apps for owl parks, so maybe not, but. Okay.
All right.
I'm obsessed with locking my layers in XD, so you'll see me turning that on and off a lot. Command L, it's become like second nature to me. Just throwing that out there.
All right, so the timer's up. I'm gonna let you tweak that.
All right.
But we're gonna go ahead and do a giveaway right now.
Cool.
All right, you guessed it, chat and win. Just get some hype going in the in chat, and essentially we'll give away these fancy, I'd like to say one-of-a-kind socks, but yes, basically from Adobe XD.
So cool.
Yes, Meagan's road tested them. She wore them from Florida to here, and they're pretty comfortable, right?
Yeah.
And they smell oh yeah, they're fresh. They're ready to go. Just kidding.
Just what you always wanted.
But again,
guys.
you want to be able to test, just like you're going to test an app. You like
User
obviously
testing.
like some user testing with the socks. So just say anything you want in chat. Be like, hey, I want some socks.
I need the socks.
I need them. My
That's
feet
like
are cold.
Desperate.
Or not. Either way, we will pick a random winner. You just have to be active. So we know somebody's at the other end of that fancy keyboard of yours. Cool. Free stuff in the house. So again, they're Adobe XD socks or PX, depending on which way you're looking at them. Oh, yeah. I got the wrong socks. They're PX socks. Oh wait, some bad jokes. Don't listen to me.
No, I have
Silly.
an XD pin, and
What?
I did that. Like I put it on. I don't know if you guys could see
yeah,
it. XD bling. Ooh, we're switching up the camera. Yeah, check it out. XD pin. Bing. Lindsay,
Like a
who
lens
works
flare.
here, sent this to me. Thanks, Lindsay.
Oh, Lindsay Monroe.
Yeah, she's cool. She sent me a little pen. But yeah, I put it on upside down at first, and I was like, oh, it says PX when you do it the wrong way. So.
Well, it always does, seeing as you have it there when you look down.
That's true.
PX.
To me, it says PX. But the
That is
socks you
cool.
can't mess up, so.
You can't, and we'll be drawing that name right now. And guess what? It's our good friend. Go ahead.
Simon Blackmore.
Simon Blackmore, congratulations. Woo. You're the proud owner of not one, but two XD socks. One for the right foot, one for the left foot.
Amazing.
Or if you want, whatever you want to do. But they're yours, and someone at Adobe Live here will deliver them right to your door and personally put them on your feet.
Amazing.
Or not. But either way, congratulations, Simon.
Congrats.
We're going to kind of go back to your computer, and as we can see, things are shaping up.
Things are coming together.
Things are coming together. Cheers to that.
That is not beer, by the way, we checked.
I don't know, is it?
or it
Is it?
could be.
Depending on what time of day.
No judgment.
Could be a nice Guinness. Oh, yeah.
It does kind of look like a stout.
You'll know in 1 hour how I'm acting if it's beer or coffee.
He's really taking a nap. Yeah. That'd be good. Okay. It's coming together.
Yeah, do your thing. You could wear both on one fit, Tima. They could be sock puppets. They could really be anything. So if you didn't win, obviously we do have that challenge tab. You can go ahead and select that challenge tab, and that's the sort of the Adobe Live challenge that we have going on today, which is creating a personal productivity app, which is kind of related to sort of wisdom and, getting focused.
Indeed.
Like an owl, trying to tie that in. And again, this is the second segment of 3 days. We will have Alyssa back tomorrow. There she is, just off camera. Yes. Wait, that door's unlocked? What's our problem? We'll see you tomorrow, for sure. So, super fun. Different challenges each day. And let's not forget about the daily creative challenge, which is going to run for 8 days. So, what are you using? Where are you at right now? What side is this?
So I'm looking for some icons for this navigation on the bottom here.
Yeah.
And kind of my go-to when I just need a quick icon for a wireframe is this material
Cool.
icon set by Google, because it just is Creative Commons. Like anyone can use it for anything. So.
And then
a lot of times I don't use them ultimately in the project just because everyone has them and you don't want your icons to look the same as everyone's, but it's good if you just need like a quick placeholder. They have this nifty site where you can search by name. So if you need like a text icon, they're here, or like a check mark, or maybe, oh, I thought there was a check mark. There they are. So yeah, it's a good way to quickly find some icons if you need some.
Yeah, and then you just select it, download, done.
Yeah,
sort of
it
thing.
downloads as an SVG. So.
And that's just material.io.
Yeah, material.io/tools/icons. So it's a handy one.
Yeah, very cool.
I need an icon for a guide. I'm looking for like a book or something. But if I can't find one quickly here, I'll just put in a little square and come back to it. So I don't want to get hung up looking at icons all day. That's not very fun.
Yeah,
for you
and
guys.
this is honestly where you can get really like off track and distracted. And
Oh my God, yeah.
yeah, like, and even once you start to introduce a visual element, you start to want to like design it, and we're just not at that stage yet.
No, we're not ready for that.
Yeah,
I'm just going to go with this for now, and then tomorrow when we dig into visual design, I'll get something good going in there.
Cool. I'm gonna just go ahead and always game for resources that you might have, Miriam or Pamela, Tima, whatever the case may be. I just pasted in that Material.io link that you're using right now. You can see that.
Cool. Go with that.
Yeah, Tima's mentioning, I think, some illustration stuff we did in Photoshop a couple weeks ago. You're mentioning Shauna, if you're curious about that. Tima, I'm not sure what you're asking specifically, but basically each week we kind of switch up the topic. Either it's going to be UX, UI, to
cool.
illustration, to graphic design, to Photoshop, to video, all that good stuff. So.
Awesome.
I like work from home, and it's just nice having it on because so I get less lonely. Just kidding.
Perfect.
So
Yeah, I listen
sad.
to a lot of podcasts and stuff. That's my go-to.
Sad, pathetic.
No, it's cool.
That was easy. Here you have them.
Yep.
Perfect.
All set.
SVGs downloaded, right?
Yep. You can drag and drop SVGs. Oops. No, that's okay. Right into XD. So, and then obviously because they're vectors, they're easy to work with. For some reason, when you download them, they have this little bounding box thing. So I just delete that. But got the little icons here. As I said, these aren't perfect, but at the wireframe stage, it doesn't really need to be. Just good enough.
Yeah, this is good. I'm gonna this brings up some of the new features that we actually have, and I'll show them in a second. But the ability to like swap symbols.
Oh yeah, I'm
and
so excited for that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
And pasting symbols across multiple artboards, which will be nice.
Definitely. I love symbols. I'll probably start messing with those more as the project comes together more. But
Yeah,
that's
it's kind
gonna
of
be cool.
not till you like start duplicating screens do you kind of start to think, okay, I should probably make this.
I should make this easier
symbol.
on myself. Yeah.
So,
Definitely. Cool.
oh yeah, Font Awesome is good for icons. Always
yeah.
open to resources.
Font Awesome is a good one for sure. I like Noun Project too.
Yeah, now.
Because you can actually buy the icon straight from the designer. So if you just need a couple, you don't have to buy like an entire set.
Oh,
you can just
okay.
pay for each icon as you use it, which is cool.
And I like having the like desktop app is kind of handy as well.
Yeah.
That's what's showing right here. I'll just switch over here real fast. You can see
cool.
This is the Noun project. So profile. Oh, sure, nothing comes up, but planes. You get the idea. Anyways, I probably spelled it wrong, nonetheless. There is, what is the name of that resource online that you can find icons? Has the same experience that you just saw, but you can change the color and the line thickness, and you can start to customize it even further.
I know what you're talking
directly
about.
from within that.
Someone must know in chat. That sounds so familiar.
What is it called? You can customize the icon before you even download it, which is cool.
Sounds really familiar. I'll think of it later and and text it to you.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh yeah.
You know, as soon as we're off the stream, that's when we remember everything.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
oh, yeah, that's what.
So I'm actually going to go ahead and create my first symbol here for this navigation, because I know I'll be using that across everything. So if I switch over to the assets panel and just do plus, and now I've got this navigation, this little symbol that I can reuse, because I am going to start creating my next screen. So I need these elements to be consistent across the board. So the next one I'm going to do is the detail screen, as I'm calling it for now, which is like what happens when you click on the owl name. Basically the owl's profile page is what I think I'll start working on next. Because every owl should have a profile page, right?
Yeah.
These are important things.
I like the thought that they like might have. First of all, I want to know what type of owl it is, but then it has like a personality around it.
Yeah, that would be cool. Owl social network.
And I love the idea of like adopting an owl. It's so great.
I know.
Because you
That's
really can't,
sweet.
but you want to own an owl, but
Yeah.
I don't actually think in the U.S. you're allowed to.
I don't think you'd really want to. Like, believe it or not, I did look into it because that's how crazy
of course
I
you
am.
did. We're not surprised.
I read a memoir of a woman who adopted an owl, and it sounded like it ruined her life.
Oh no!
They like imprint on people, and they bond with you for life. And so it was just completely obsessed with her, and she'd try to have like guys over, and it would attack them.
Oh wow!
And this owl just ruined her life. So I'm actually really glad I never adopted one. Not that you probably can unless you're a biologist or something. But anyway, little fun owl fact for you guys. Do not try to adopt one.
I could just see you late at night, like, I really just want to adopt an owl.
Yeah.
You're like at night, you're like, I want to adopt an owl.
I was like, what books are there about adopting one?
How can I get a hold of an owl?
Exactly. It was crazy. I'm naming this owl Barry. I don't know if anyone has a better name for him. This is the first thing that popped in my head. Let's see. Make this a little bigger. And I just kind of dragged these styles over from here. So down the road, I'll start adding character styles into my assets panel once I kind of have a better feel for what the typography is actually going to be like. But in the meantime, I still try to keep everything pretty consistent. So
just call him Talon. Like, he could be Talon, named after Talon here, but it could also be a Talon, T-L-O-N.
Yes. Or like Talon, like with owl in it.
Yeah, and I was thinking even that works too. Talon the Owlin.
Or Talon, like his talons.
Yeah, and then it's also an homage to Talon, T-A-L-I-N here, Wadsworth.
Yeah, Talon
Adobe,
Wadsworth, who designed, one of the team who designed XD.
Yeah, let's just go with that. He designed XD.
He invented it.
He invented XD. That's Talon Wadsworth, everybody.
One guy.
It's him and him
Incredible
alone. He's
genius.
like, yeah, I made it. Unless you have an issue with something, then it was someone else. Talon, you can't trust the guy. Just kidding. He's a great guy.
Actually,
I hope he
really
comes down.
nice.
He actually is going to be streaming on Friday as well, just so you know. That's part of the schedule.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, but we'll try to sucker him into coming down. I like it. Tim says Claude is a fun name.
Claude is
I
a
like
good
Barry
name.
too, Jeanette. That's a fun name. Towley. Oh, Towley from South Park.
Oh my God. Towley from South Park. That's classic. You're a towel. I'm going to stick with Barry for now. Barry the barn owl.
Oh, I like it.
Okay. So let's see. Keep referring to my little sketch and then being like, what the heck did I even draw there?
It's good. We'll work away. Feel free. Check out the challenge tab. We're getting entries in for our sort of Adobe Live challenge happening right now. Looks like we have some from Rajan and Felicia have submitted some entries for the challenge today. Thank you, Felicia. We see yours right here, so thank you very much.
Yeah, speaker icon. Just gotta be
Good
here.
question. Benjamin asks about there's still no fixed elements in scrolling artboards. You are correct. We're fully aware of it. Yeah.
That'll
and that's
be
what
cool.
we want. Like, let's be
It'll
honest.
happen.
Like, we want it, and yeah. So, you could always.
Well, Adobe has that user voice.
Yeah, I'm gonna
thing.
show
It's
it right
cool.
now
Yeah.
on Q. You can see it right up here. So, just go up to Help, and then Provide Feedback, and that's probably on the top of the list. I could be wrong. In fact, let's just select it and see what is there. Going into feature requests. The top, there you are, fixed elements in scrolling artboards. So,
right
in
up
fact, you
there.
can see Joan Lafferty, who's a product manager on XD, has already commented. So we're actively working on this. She's right upstairs.
Cool.
We'll have to knock on her door and be like, hey, how's that coming? We'll like look at her. How's that coming, Joan? Huh? How's that
We
working
know
out for
you
you?
just released another update
We
today,
do.
but
How selfish
for-
are we? We're so jerks.
no, we just, we're passionate. It's different.
You know, having a scrollable area, same sort of feature, animating individual elements separately, sort of a tap or hover effect for individual elements, artboard overlays. It's all kind of this, it kind of goes in the same bucket.
Yeah.
So we do hear you. Oh yeah.
Coming together.
I got the easy job because I just sit here and drink a beer and watch you work.
It is a beer.
It's not a
I knew
beer.
it. I thought about, well, not like seriously, but I was like, I want to bring mimosas. Wouldn't that be? And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's Tuesday. That's. But in New
Well-
York, it's like 3:00 now. So.
Yeah, regardless of where you are, maybe you do have a beer. Like again,
That's true.
just do everything responsibly, but
Obviously.
don't drink and design, or maybe drink and design. I don't know, is that a thing?
It
That
doesn't-
should be a thing.
I feel like I've tried it and it doesn't work for me, sadly. I wish it did, but I get up the next morning and I'm like, what am I looking at here? It doesn't work. Coffee though,
Yeah.
that is a must.
I look forward to coffee every morning.
That's like what gets me out of bed sometimes, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So Kerwin does, mimosas are kind of like yes, considered kind of like a breakfast drink, but it's very appropriate, like champagne, orange juice.
Yeah.
You can have it in the
Orange juice
morning.
has vitamins.
Yeah.
I like Simon the socks. He says, breakfast beer. Mimosas are a 24-hour drink.
I just
Love
like
it.
the idea of Kerwin waking up every day, pouring himself a little mimosa, in a little glass, and just getting out, just like sipping it, getting down to work. I'm like, I would live to be you.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Doesn't that sound like your life? I don't care what you're doing. Like, you're hanging out with a mimosa.
You're
Easy living.
You're doing it right. It's true.
I don't know if Glenna, is beer mosa a thing? I guess it could be.
I think I've actually had that, but I wasn't crazy about it.
Is it beer and orange juice?
Yeah.
I would think. Which kind of makes sense because we know, like,
It's kind of like a shandy. That's a thing
Okay.
in England that I've just recently learned about. They mix beer and lemonade.
from your husband
Yeah.
over there, maybe?
The guy posting about drinking in chat. That's it. I like it. Ooh, beer with orange juice. Lots of people are backing that up.
Yeah. So yeah, sounds like it's a
feel like-
winner.
I feel like some higher up at Adobe is going to come down and be like, stop talking about drinking.
Oh, we're just sorry.
You're supposed to be teaching or talking about design.
Yes.
XD. Anyway, I blame you because you brought the Guinness in.
It's not Guinness.
Yeah, okay.
Cheers, folks.
I don't know what
What
to-
you don't know is by the third day, by the third day
probably
you
will
think
be.
it's the the cold brew, but when I switched it out for a Guinness.
I like it.
Yeah, beer and tomato juice. This is fascinating. I always think it's
Everyone
I think it's
share.
really cool and awesome how you have like different cultures have different drinks that are sort of like their drink. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fun to travel and like this is what we have. We have, I remember having like it was vodka and apple juice in like Poland.
Ooh, that sounds good, actually.
Yeah, and it was like really good. So yeah.
What's that called? Oh, michelada. So you have one
Oh,
of those?
michelada.
So
That's like a tomato juice type, right?
yeah, everyone
be-
out there like micheladas. It's basically beer and like tomato juice and hot sauce.
And hot sauce. Nice.
Like one of our first dates, I took Andrew and I was like, you have to try this, and gave him a michelada. And he's like from the north of England, so they're really serious about their beer there. And he thought it was the most revolting thing ever.
Yeah, offended. Personally offended.
I thought he was going to spit it out on the table.
The worst thing he's ever tasted. How dare you? You're like, hey, if you're not making good beer, maybe you do have to mix it with other things. But not around
hot
here.
sauce.
Hot sauce, really? You put things that goes on a taco, not in a.
Yeah.
What the? Anyways.
No, it's good though. I'm telling you. People who like micheladas back me up. No,
Yeah.
Bloody Mary has vodka, Simon.
Yeah, good one though.
Those
He's
are
like,
also good.
Media, good having you here from Venezuela.
Oh, cool.
I'm sorry, can't read the rest of the sentence. Again, English is really the only language I know, and I only know that so well. So
It's tough.
it is tough.
All right.
Oh, I love it, Bram. Bram, it's good to see you, my friend. Man, I miss ya. I like Bram's a
Grass
designer.
vodka, Easter egg vodka. I mean, I'd probably try it, but
Easter egg vodka. I just love that you could pretty much like grind up a chair and turn it into vodka. Like you could make anything out of like into vodka.
That's so
anyways,
true.
I'm sorry. We digress.
We've gone so far off track.
Yeah, but we are. Oh, pickle juice and vodka, so good. All right,
Ooh.
this is
juice
like
and
day 3
anything.
conversation.
Yeah,
we
we
can talk
got-
about that on day 3.
We gotta save that.
But I think it's a great conversation, you know, and
It's so interesting to see the drinks that everyone is looking forward to later when they're not working.
yeah,
Not everyone, some people.
yes.
Okay. I feel like all I've done so far is look for icons. I'll get this out
No,
of
you're
the way.
exactly right. And even kind of based on that, and I'm kind of getting some things set up here that I want to show off in a second.
So yeah, I'm just kind of creating this little interactive area where you can listen to Barry the Owl's hoots. I don't know it's probably like bird call would be the more scientific term than play hoot. But that's the thing they have like in the Audubon app. Of course, I have the Audubon app in my phone, and you can like tap on the birds and hear all the different bird calls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I feel like that should be part of this app. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
Do you find that like pretty helpful? Like, I don't know.
I find it interesting. It's like sometimes I'll be like, oh, is that this particular bird when I hear one? And then I look it up and listen to it. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. I was wrong.
Oh, well,
So
yeah.
I'm pretty bad at birding, but I do find it interesting.
Yeah, and I do too. I think it is totally fascinating. And I love the idea of just trying to be able to like record that bird, and if you could match that audio wave to
Yeah.
something close,
Yeah,
would be
it's
really
neat.
sweet.
It's fun. So we're going to have that in our app for sure.
That sounds great. Feel free. We do have a couple of entries for our challenge today. Again, we have 2 challenges. One's our Adobe Live challenge like we usually have today, which is creating a personal productivity app. And then we have the 8-day challenge, which is our very first one. Caesar, it's from Peru.
Oh, cool.
What is the drink in Peru? What would we have if we went to Peru? Like
The
what
drink
would
of
be
choice.
that? Yeah, drink of choice that's like iconic of Peru. Would love to hear, Caesar.
Yeah, I want to
What would
know.
that be? I've never been to Peru.
Me either. That'd be cool. Pisco. Oh, I think I've
Oh, there we go.
I might
Pisco.
have had that before. Llama's juice.
No.
No.
Pisco. Thank you, Remy.
Pisco, that
Man,
sounds
you guys
good.
are smart.
Everyone's on it.
It is on it. I'm going to show something real fast. Since you are working on icons, I'll
Okay,
just switch to
cool.
my screen and give you a second to
Yeah, go for it. I would
do
love
whatever. But this is a new feature, which I think is pretty cool. So all I did is I just grabbed the wireframes UI kit. That's what I kind of started with. But essentially, I kind of like this icon, but I want to swap it out for this one over here. What you can do is you can drag that icon on, and if you drop it anywhere, it has that plus sign, says, hey, I'm just gonna add it to the screen. But if you put it right on top of that icon, and I wish I could zoom in. There we go. So notice how I can drop it here, and then when I roll over any other icon, it's going to give me that arrow. So this is sort of the swap symbols effect. I'm going to zoom out because you can see that it's many places, right? It's over here, it's down here. So what's cool is I can drop this on, and it's actually going to replace it like everywhere. So boom, it replaces it here. You can see it replaces it here and everywhere else. So that's the swap symbols feature. I think the big thing to watch out for is know that you're not only swapping this symbol for that symbol, but it's going to replace it everywhere. So that's just something of note. And again, brand new today.
That's so cool.
Yeah, might come in handy, especially as you're dealing with so many screens.
Yeah.
Right.
And once it gets across like an entire product, it can get crazy to make updates. So that will definitely come in handy.
Totally. Let us know, Caesar. I do want to know what's in a pisco or pisco sour. I'm sure somebody knows. Why are we talking about this? I'm sitting here drinking a beer. No, this is cold brew.
Yeah, you totally started it. This is just.
What's that in there? We don't even know. That looks like a vodka bottle.
It's not. It's like a cool, fancy Adobe water.
Path
Even the water is well designed in Adobe. I like it. Comes in this beautiful stainless steel bottle. It's like. It's a big upgrade from working at home in our like kitchen, basically dining room area. I'm loving this.
And then do you usually like have a cup of coffee next to you and?
Yeah, I have a cup of coffee now. It's gone cold, but I like it. It's just like reassuring to know that caffeine is within reach.
Yes.
It's kind of a comfort thing.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna have some.
Yeah, no, that is good. I usually have multiple drinks. I'll have a water and I'll have something else. Even right now, somebody mentioned sparkling water. I got a little talking rain.
I love it.
You can't really see it because as we take a look, it actually is green, so it does disappear. See in the floating.
I'm reading to see if we've got any more information about Pisco. Like, I wonder if you could mix it with talking rain. Just bringing
Curious
it back.
as to what's in a pisco sour. Bram, are you Polish? Just kind of curious. I am on my mom's side.
Oh,
so.
cool. In Montana,
Janet,
we just drink whiskey
you're
from the bottle.
You're a little too hardcore for me.
That is intense.
I feel like Montana would have some birds of prey there.
Oh, definitely.
Owls, things like
yeah,
that.
like the real owls are there. The intense ones.
I think Bram wins for coolest name. I would like to have that name Bram. Like if I was ever to give somebody a fake name, it'd be Bram.
We should have Bram the owl.
Oh, Bram the owl.
Oh, he's not from Poland.
Nope.
He's just
gonna
telling us
just
about Polish
keep
drinks.
it nebulous, just pure Canadian.
Oh, cool.
Dutch. Okay, nice.
Travis says snowy owls. Is that what's in Montana? I guess that makes sense.
Okay.
It's pretty cold there, I think.
Yes.
I've never actually been, but I'd like to go sometime.
Still another person with a cool name, Travis Swan.
It's a good bird
like
name.
Unique. Yes, we might have we'll have to see.
Let's see. Trying to think of what else needs to be on Barry's profile. I've got a little description going. I actually just yanked this from the Birds of Prey website, but Barry was admitted to the Audubon Center in 1992 with a fractured wing. So kind of get some of his backstory, like get the sympathy going so people want to adopt him.
I like it. And I'm just kind of looking through, again, part of the, so that's good. Sort of play the audio, adopt this specific owl, share this owl. The description, obviously we'll have a picture above.
Yeah.
What other, are you thinking of any other stats that we need to know about this owl?
I guess
or
it'd be
just
good to know
owls
like
in
his
general?
location, like what part of the country he's from. Maybe.
I think that would be good, like
what he eats.
like native to X.
Yeah, that would be good. Maybe have a little map or something. I think people would like to see that.
Yeah, let's take a look.
I'm just reading all these. How do you turn off the function? Oh.
Okay.
Is everyone like listening to this while they're working? I'm kind of curious, like, or are you like hanging out just focused on watching people design? I guess you guys are all over the place too, so some people might be done working for the day. I'm kind of curious what everyone's up to, or like in addition to this.
Yeah.
I love to have stuff on in the background while I work. It's actually like weirdly quiet in here except for us yammering away, but normally I'd have like music or podcasts or something on.
And on this stream, like technically there is music in the background.
Oh, that's good to know. I can't hear it. I wonder what it is.
Just bob your head like you can. That's good.
That sounds great.
I feel it. Yeah, it looks like
Everyone's working and listening.
Douchey Rocks still working, working and listening in. That's exactly what. That's perfect. That's what I
Scream
do.
number 1, says Kerwin. That's a lot of pressure. Wireframe sketches. Cool. This is nice because, like I said, I basically work from home. It's like me and Andrew and our 2 cats. So now I kind of feel like I'm working with people. Even though I can't really see you guys. It's like I know you're out there.
It is kind of nice.
It's nice. It's nice to have company.
To answer the question that I saw earlier, so you can't really turn off sort of the replace swap symbols. What you can do is just like obviously delete that just one and drop the new one in there, or put it next to and then move it over those 10 pixels or whatever. Brian says that it's a good tip on the noun project.
Yeah,
and of course your material.io/tools/icons. That's where you got some of those.
It's kind of
and I want to show, by the way, like just so everybody knows, this is just a sneaky little resource. Just switch to my laptop really fast. You can see Creative Cloud right here. Hopefully you've hit update so you can have access to these new features. And again, it's actually we're giving away XD for free. It does have some limitations, but essentially XD is for free. But what I wanted to show you is you can go in here into assets, and then you can go to market, and here's where you can search on. I was doing profile images, profile. Let's see what happens. Now we have just some profile images that are free, and again, just another resource for you.
Oh yeah.
So we kind of sneak that in there, and I don't know if many people know about it.
I don't know if I knew about that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's because
got to use that little Creative Cloud
Yeah.
link more. It's handy.
Yep. And those are all, free.
There we go. Nope, that's not what I wanted.
Okay, so I have a question in here. If you create icons in Illustrator, save them to Creative Cloud libraries, right? Couldn't you just edit the assets to replace in XD? Anywhere else? I'm not 100% sure on what you're asking there, but yes, if we're using Creative Cloud, and what we'll do is we'll do that. We'll share a library.
Okay.
That way I can drop in some images and things that you can use. And when you drag them out from Creative Cloud libraries, it's going to be linked back to that library asset. So I can edit it in Illustrator, and it will update across the board.
That is awesome for collaborating. That would be so handy.
I mean, because that way we can use the right logo and all that jazz.
Yeah, that would be super convenient.
And you could still edit it. You could edit it in Illustrator, or you can actually break that link if you want to. So those are kind of your options. I'm trying to help you out. G. Megcosta. When is the XD icon getting updated to match the rest, or vice versa? Bram, that's a good question. Did you notice in the dock?
Yeah,
it has
I
rounded
know.
corners. Right?
That's like such a designer question, but I know what you mean. I know that.
Get it.
That drives some people a little crazy.
I get it.
It's got to match the whole rainbow.
It does. It needs to have the sharp corners.
Get Talon down here. We'll yell at him.
Talon, get down here. Fix it.
He's like, I'm definitely not going to come down there. You guys are
like,
crazy.
Are you kidding? Why'd you round the corners? But yeah, it's obviously one of sort of the new generation of apps where really you're going to be able to, this is the situation. Essentially, if you really want to know the backstory,
yes,
right?
give us the scoop.
Here's what you have. You have Lightroom, and now you have Lightroom Classic. So how do you differentiate? You have 2 LRs in your dock. How do you differentiate the two without renaming it? Do you do LRC? All those different versions. So what we had to do is say, okay, Lightroom is going to be square. Right, Lightroom Classic is going to be square. The new Lightroom is going to have rounded corners, and that's how you can differentiate them in your dock. And so we said, okay, this is the new generation of apps are all going to have rounded corners.
That makes sense.
Is the idea. But that's kind of where it came from and kind of the problem we were trying to solve.
So are there other ones besides XD and Lightroom that have the rounded corners? I feel like I should know that, but I mostly use Photoshop. The only
other one is going to be Dimension, because again, it's sort of the new generation of apps.
Okay.
So Sonia Hernandez works on the branding team, and she's a good person to hit up for all those answers, all those questions.
Everyone go ping her on Twitter. No, I'm just kidding. She's like, oh, what's going on? Why am I getting messages about rounded corners? Just gonna come down here.
Trisha, what are you doing? She's now laughing and watching videos at work. I don't know if your design is looking good or ours isn't. I personally think this does look good, but we're not even at the design phase. We're just wireframing.
I think she's saying like it looks like she's just basically sitting around watching TV at work and laughing. It's okay. You're a designer. You can be like, this is an important part of the creative process.
Yeah, she's laughing and watching videos at work. This is doesn't look good to her employer.
We've all been there. They're design videos. It's totally okay.
I get it. I get it. By the way, I do think we haven't even gotten to the design phase of this, but I really like this crisp look. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Like the straight black and white you're establishing a look right now, whether you realize it or not.
No, that's a real thing.
Like, is there such a thing as like not creating a look for something?
Yeah, you kind of can't help but.
Because even this is a look. This is a sketchy look. Sorry,
it's
this is
style.
Already a look. It's a whole style. So, anyways.
I should have just like scanned these in and been like,
done. Out.
That's it.
I can now go to the bathroom.
I designed it. Will you let me leave?
Will you let me please go to the bathroom now? Not until you're finished with your project.
Yeah, no, it's true though. It's funny with wireframing. Like, I'm doing it to kind of get myself to think through the UX of it first and not get caught up in all the visual details. Because if you let me, like I said, I'll go down a really deep rabbit hole of looking at icons or exploring different fonts or playing with color palettes. And I'm like, I need to make sure the UX is right first and get that taken care of before I like start to worry about visual styles. Because obviously the UX is fundamental.
Yeah.
But that's why I always do the wireframes first. But even with the wireframes, I tend to be like, oh, that'd look a little bit better if it was like a lighter shade of gray or like a slightly bolder font. And it's hard not to kind of get caught up in those details.
Yeah, it's like easy to get caught up in those little details, and those are easy solutions that are easy for us to solve as designers. I think like creating a look is super easy. Like we can do 1,000 different options of things, but here you're trying to solve those bigger problems.
Like, they're kind of gnarly.
Is there even a detail screen? Is it a sort of a menu that whatever the case may be?
Yeah, so exactly.
Very. Very good. If you're new to joining us today, would love to give you a warm welcome, so feel free to say hi in the chat. We want to say hello and just give you a little cheers.
Simon, I really appreciate that you're there with me on the bathroom front. He keeps chiming in and being like, just don't think about it, it's okay.
I know, I actually do need to go, and I keep drinking this. This is not helping.
I love it. Anyway. Okay, let's see. I feel like this could be like a little map maybe where you zoom in and it kind of like expands and shows where Barry the Owl's from. Yeah. It's kind of what I'm thinking now. We'll see how it starts to shape up.
Is it or
like a photo?
Is it a, sort of more of a sort of general view of a map of the entire world, and then it's just red where that's... or like a different color.
It's a whole map.
It's a whole map, and then it's just highlighted like this part of the world.
That would be cool. I like that idea.
Okay, I'll get on it. I'm getting on it. I'm on it.
You're gonna make me a map?
Yeah.
You're gonna design.
I will. I'm just gonna give you some generic graphic, whatever you want.
That
I'm
sounds
here
perfect.
For you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll just keep it.
As you were saying that, I was like, oh no, now I'm going to go down a rabbit hole of looking for well-designed maps, and that'll be the rest of the day.
I know, and then exactly.
Everyone will be like, that was fun.
Hey, Adam Vega, him and his entire development team are new to Adobe Live watching us today.
Wow.
Aden, so much for joining us. Thank you.
That
to
is
you and your
cool.
team. You guys are getting nothing done today, are you?
Yeah.
And we salute that. No.
We appreciate it.
We really appreciate it. No, but we do want to welcome you.
Definitely.
And
We hope you like owls.
we hope you like owls. If you don't, well, then we don't give a hoot.
Oh.
Jokes. That was
Heyo.
bad. And kind of rude. Sorry.
Not
Wasn't
true.
even
We
nice.
give a hoot.
We give a hoot if you're here. We give a hoot for you, Aden, and your entire team.
This is where I'm going down that rabbit hole of being like, that's 1 pixel off. I need to fix it for an hour. So I'm going to try not to do that. Okay. I think the screen is far enough along for now.
I think it looks really
I'm going to let it be for a bit. Sometimes it's good to just like let it simmer, you know, and not repeatedly iterate for ages, because then you
Yeah.
get kind of caught on one thing.
You're doing a fantastic job, because again, we're like, you're not even used to like talking and designing at the same time. Maybe you do, and
No.
you're at home like,
Yeah, I actually
Nina
just
telling you
never
this.
shut up, you guys.
She's like, this one. Her husband's like, this one. Oh.
The whole
He doesn't.
time.
He has his headphones on. He doesn't even have music playing. It's like,
Yeah. My cats are sitting on the desk, and I'm like, well, Theo, what I'm doing now is. And the thing about wireframing, and he's like, I don't care. I'm a cat.
Theo knows so much about UI and UX right
He
now.
does. He's really helpful. He likes to sit on my keyboard, block my screen. And my other cat, Fluffy. We usually have a cat on each like keyboard. So we
Oh.
basically can't get anything done.
Oh, really?
That's the real reason I'm here, is
Do they
just
like
to
it 'cause
work
it's,
without
like,
a cat.
Slightly. I don't know why they like sitting on keyboards.
I know, it's so inconvenient.
Ooh, is
I
this?
usually design a monochromatic Colby. Oh no, that's just for the wireframe. So we'll get to colors and things soon, don't worry.
Yeah. And what about the read more button?
What does it say?
Danielle says, does the button read more, does it work, or is it just text? Do you click on it and does it like expand out, or
Yeah,
like
it's-
we'll kind of get into that later too.
Yeah, I
Maybe-
think we'll start to think through some of the interaction as we go, but I guess I was envisioning that you would tap read more and it would sort of expand
yeah.
more of the description. I'm not really sure right now if that's the best flow. But like I said, sometimes it's like I need to let it simmer, and then I'll come back to that screen and be like, oh wait, actually what would work better here is XYZ.
Yeah.
But I'm showing you guys all the real nitty gritty, so
Oh, this is good.
getting the process from the very start. Well, there's a lot of just trying stuff and seeing if it works. Let's see.
Oh yeah, so Spencer does like all the updates coming to XD.
Cool.
Except for, yeah, again, the fixed elements. That's going to be huge, and I know we're working on that.
Yeah. I feel like there's a new update. Well, there is one every month.
Caesar's,
So.
yeah, there is, and that's what makes it tough. Like, it's hard to actually, yeah, and that's one thing we run into, because we'll travel around, we'll have creative jams, we'll go to different cities, and it's like people have tried XD, but they tried it like a year ago, because we
Oh,
gave
yeah.
everybody like early access to it,
Yeah,
and they're
I
like, it doesn't have
remember
this,
that.
and this, and we're like, we know. This is just a start, but so like it's obviously like come a long way, and we're like devoted to it, because you could go upstairs to the second floor and everybody's just kind of banging away on it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Alan's marching around, pointing at things, hollering. He's like
Typical.
all, all bent out of shape. We gotta get this stuff done, because he's so mean.
Sounds
he's
like
like the
him.
nicest guy ever.
We're telling. I feel like we're just
picking
on
we're
him. That's
totally
the
picking
theme
on
of the
him.
day, really.
Caesar,
like it.
sorry. He says, Meagan Fisher, will you marry me? You missed her by 2 weeks. You missed her by 2 weeks. She just got married
A
2 weeks ago.
narrow miss.
You're like, who is this guy, right? Her
Yeah.
husband's right over there, and now he's looking for you, Caesar. Hey,
Oh,
honest question. Nothing wrong.
You
Nothing
can.
wrong. I guess you could ask. I don't know.
It's
like,
fair to ask, I suppose.
I guess
But-
we did say if anybody had any questions, wasn't really expecting that. We're hoping around the XD realm, but
Didn't expect proposals, but
No.
that's cool. I
I mean,
appreciate
this is
it.
day one. You just met her, man. You even
Yeah,
know what
man,
you're getting
take it
into,
slow.
right?
Oh,
Okay, so Jonathan's the CC logo, so the Creative Cloud desktop app is missing from your menu bar. You could just do a search for Creative Cloud to launch it. And just so you know, if XD doesn't say update, just so you can relaunch the desktop app, So quit it, relaunch it, and it should appear, or maybe do a restart. But you should have access to market there. Cool. Carolina is very helpful. Thank you. Oh, Spencer, says he's tried every single prototyping software out there, and XD is the best for him.
That's awesome. Yeah, I just started using XD in February, so I'm pretty new to it, but it's all I've used so far, and I love it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, since I started using it.
Yeah.
That's the awesome thing, though. Like, I've been using it for however many months that's been now. February, March, April, May.
we
4 months.
don't do the maths. I gotta add numbers.
Math is not a strong suit. But I've been using it for 4 months, and I feel like I'm already proficient in it, which is really cool. Like, I think that's a testament to how easy it is to pick it up.
Yeah.
Like, when I first started playing with it, I was like kind of nervous because there's always like a huge learning curve with new tools, I find, but I didn't have that with XD, which was a relief. It's been really easy to pick it up and just get going in it.
No, that's good to hear, and that's also why we have these like daily challenges. Is like sometimes you can launch it and kind of play around, but we're giving you a reason to try out something and potentially win Creative Cloud or whatever it takes just to get you to create. To be honest with you, we just want people to create. Like whatever you're doing,
I love
you
that.
could watch, you can get involved. And speaking of the challenge submission deadline, you have less than 15 minutes. Thank you, Rajan, Felicia, Fabian,
it's flying by.
Halal, and Shelby for getting your entries in. We'll take a look at those. And again, about 12 minutes. That's the time you have
Exciting.
left.
I'm looking forward to checking them out.
Yeah. Spencer, well said. That comment. Math plus designers equals square. I actually understand that. That's the only math
that
I
makes
know.
sense to me.
So
I wonder if that's actually supposed to be an emoji or something.
I don't know, but I like that it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't need to, really.
Yeah.
So,
Tricia, good question. Feel free. Tim is all over this in terms of answering these questions, but there is the challenge tab. You could see it, of course, right behind us here. Challenge. And this is what we will be reviewing in about 10 minutes. Personal productivity app. You could use this XD UX font pack, okay, and Adobe XD, and you just publish the prototype. Since this is day 1, I'm going to jump into XD and just show you that. Should be this one. This is the XD starter. You have sort of like various fonts in here. So here's where you can start with this, but essentially it usually means creating 3 screens. So once you have that created, you can go right up here, and this is how you share. So publish prototype. This is actually new, by the way, as of today, is the ability to password protect prototypes as well. So you can say, hey, require password. We'll just make this really secure. Password, right? You get it? You know you're going to do that, but you might as well not require the password if it's going to be that.
Yeah.
And then just create that publish link. And that's what you will submit via the form. So that's all you need to know. Switch it back to you.
Cool. Starting on that adopt screen now, trying to figure out what one needs to know to make a decision about adopting an owl. It's not a huge decision, but it's still good to know.
So is this going to be a list of owls, or is it just bury the owl?
So I guess the flow I'm thinking of right now.
I would like almost like
prototyping it.
I would like. Well, this is good. We're making decisions.
Yeah.
I'd want to like bury the owl, like, a barn owl. That's like when he arrived at this. I almost consider it like what would you call it? I consider it like I think of a shelter sort of thing.
Yeah, kind of. It's like a rehabilitation facility.
Yeah, bury the owls. He's a barn owl. He's been our guest since February of 2018.
Yeah.
Stays up late.
Really loud.
Yeah, is constantly asking questions. Jokes.
Hoot. I get it. Who? Always asking who you are.
Constantly asking questions.
I like that. I guess, so I was thinking I have to show like how much it costs to adopt, what you get with the adoption.
Yeah.
Those are all the kind of things I had in mind. maybe some facts about like how expensive it is.
That would
to
be like a whole
take care of an owl.
a whole like separate screen. So it's like,
It could be.
you know, curious about how to adopt, then it should be this, because it doesn't vary per owl.
That's true. Yeah. Well, we've got
An owl suffering from insomnia, Travis, good. Of course, does that mean he's up all day?
Yeah.
Right?
Or I guess, yeah. Well, no, he just doesn't sleep.
Oh, he doesn't sleep, yeah. He's
That's
up
the
all
thing.
all
Poor
day.
guy.
Ah.
Let's see.
All right. What are some of the other things? 8 minutes to get your challenge entries in. I'm going to get those loaded up now as well.
And what did they get for if you win the challenge? Or are you going to review that? Are we building to that?
They get a year of Creative Cloud.
Wow.
And
That's a good
our
deal.
notoriety and our mad respect.
Exactly.
So,
That is a cool giveaway.
where can people reach you like online? I know we have,
I'm on,
40 minutes till we're done, but
Yeah, I'm on all the things, but I
you're
primarily use Twitter.
Owl-tastic.
Owltastic on Twitter. I can pull it up.
I think this is like the best ever. I love it.
This is me. If you guys want to hit me up on Twitter, I'm pretty good about replying to things on there. I also have a Facebook page if that's your jam. I use Behance, Dribble, Instagram. I'm on all of them. So lots of different ways to reach out. Or my site is owltastic.com, and that's got my email and everything on it too. So
I love it.
yeah, let me know what you want from tomorrow, because we're just kind of winging it here. So if there's other stuff you want to see or anything I'm doing that seems really weird, which feels likely
Most
possible.
most things
All
will
of
be,
it.
unless we hear from you.
If you guys want to tweet at me about your favorite drinks where you
Yeah, some of that's
I'll
on
come in
day 3.
tomorrow and be like, I tried them all. Not really. That would be bad. I'm not gonna do
You'll know by day 3 how we
how we roll.
and how we roll.
Andrew and I also just launched our own little co-agency site called Owl Studios.
Oh,
So
really?
you guys can check that out. Oh, it's not on Google yet. We just launched it. Why am I Googling it? We just launched it. owlstudios.co, I think, right? Yeah. So that's another way to reach out. That's like our kind of co-designing thing. The owl thing goes deep,
Okay.
as you can see.
Yeah, no, I'm into it because it's, you have, I think in general, owls have a good, I don't know, just like good reputation worldwide.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
love this. Bram says, my 2-year-old has the same hand puppet owl that's in your Twitter mugshot.
Oh, really?
Does anyone want to adopt it? It's drooled and snotted over.
Gross.
That is amazing. Oh, Glenna says that site was super cool. That's very sweet. I have to admit, Andrew designed and built it, but I consulted.
Okay.
So I wish I could take credit, but that's all his genius. Okay, let's see. What are some of the things you get when you adopt an owl? Owl certificate, like adoption certificate.
Oh, yeah.
That would. I'm just thinking what I would want. Like,
Mhm.
I would probably frame that and put it on my wall. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I had to
sort of
talk
like
to this dork.
sort of like regular, like you'd kind of want some communication, like sort of regular updates.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Like owl, like newsletter maybe, like an email newsletter.
Yeah, but I want it to be like almost
Personal?
like I still like updates. I don't want to get a newsletter. I want to
Yeah.
like hear about this Barry the Owl.
Very like
Barry.
weekly reports or something,
Yeah.
monthly maybe.
Yeah, just and maybe you don't even. I think anytime you just give us more a little leeway there, just like
Very updates.
regular
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
berries. Yeah, there we go.
Are we just gonna like quit
Yeah.
design and go start an owl sanctuary?
I
Because
think we should.
I feel like we'd be really good at this. Yes, Jeanette, that is true. She says, apparently one of the things you get when you adopt an owl is a ruined life.
Oh, so sad. But this
That's
is
like
not
if you
in this
adopt it for
case.
real.
That brings up a good point because
Yeah.
like, do you have like a Q&A? Because some people like, oh, I want to own an owl, and so
Yeah.
you need the other end of that of like, you know what, you think it's a good idea.
That's true.
You know, so like this is the Q&A. This is why you don't want to have an owl as a pet because
That
it
would
will
be
scratch your new boyfriend's eyes out or something.
Because you will live a weird life. That would be a good thing, like owl info about actually
I want to
owning
receive a
one.
letter from Barry the Owl, and all it is scratches because it doesn't know English.
And like dead mice.
Yeah, you get like
You get a
dead
berry owl pellet.
Yeah, like here I got
Everyone's
this for
like-
you. It's a
Someone like
dead
buys
mouse.
this for their daughter, and then they're just
Oh,
like,
and they're like, Mom, I don't want any more dead mice in the mail.
I don't like
addressed to
Barry.
me.
Barry's the worst.
Barry, all he does is kill other smaller animals.
That's true. Mice are really sweet. That's the only thing I don't really like about owls.
So actually, a couple questions here. Like I do see, like Caesar asks about the most suitable and least heavy format to show your prototype to the client, and not use a link. Interesting. So I'd probably go PDF personally is your best way to go. Do smallest
Yeah.
file size, PDF. It's self-contained, and all that jazz, which you can also export from XD. And just so you know, when you publish a link, those actually are. I'm 99% sure they're actually JPEGs with sort of like an overlay of interactions. So even when you send the link, it's pretty well optimized.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get a little check mark going.
You do that. Get your check mark
Back
on.
in the icons.
I'm going to be launching the challenge entries.
Cool.
We have quite a few. Quite a few in here. Thank you, Tim, Manuel, Anna, got your entry in as well. Looks like currently we have, let's see, 7 entries.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Oh, wait, so I think we might have more than that. Eight entries.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
Do I
8
have to pick
entries
the
so
winner?
far. Yeah, which means you're gonna break 7 people's hearts.
Oh my god. Can I be like, everyone gets
Thanks for
1
that.
month of Creative Cloud? No, I'm just kidding.
You're just pulling money out of your own pocket.
Yeah.
Here, I don't want you to be. Just don't
I'm
be
like, I'll just
sad. Here,
PayPal you
take
guys.
this. Don't be mad at me.
That's so tough to pick a winner. Well, I think we'll see. It's probably going to be like whatever one has an owl in it. No, everyone
What
go
is
put an
the?
owl in it.
So I'm sorry, but I'm not like a huge. People are asking about Harry Potter. What
Oh,
is the
man.
owl significance in Harry Potter? Do you know?
Yeah, I know. It's
Talk
like they
to
all
us.
have their own owls, and that's how they deliver messages.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I just moved to Orlando, so there's Harry Potter World at Universal there. And so I have a season pass holder, and I
Darn
go
right you do.
all the time.
What,
It's very cool. So I actually have like a pet. The Errol is the
Errol?
Weasley's owl. He's
Oh.
very cool. He's kind
Oh,
of like a
nice.
clumsy old owl, and he always screws everything up, but he's really cute.
He's like flying, he'll like run into a wall as he's
Yeah,
flying.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, when did they put that wall there?
And Harry has an owl, Hedwig. He's
Okay,
very
Hedwig.
beautiful. But yeah, it's a big part of their world, really. So.
Good to know. Sorry, I forgot about all that. What?
Oh, and the ordinary wizarding level. You're right, Lyle. That's their like tests, kind of like their SATs, I think, or something.
Okay.
Spencer,
Oh,
you gotta
wow.
go to Harry Potter World. It's cool, man. You could go to the one in LA. There's
Yeah, depending
there's
where
one
you
at the
live.
Universal there.
I
too.
went to that one.
Oh, you did?
I did. It was pretty awesome. What house do you belong to?
Not unfortunately, but I think I'm a Hufflepuff, if
So
I'm being
am I.
honest. Yes!
I'm a Hufflepuff.
The best.
I tested even on all of them, but you get to pick your own, and I identify with a Hufflepuff.
Yeah,
It sounds weird, but...
I wanted to be Gryffindor, but I was like, if I'm being honest,
you're
I'm
just a
definitely
happy, good person.
goofy, kind of
fun to have around.
Like Neville Longbottom would be my the character I'm closest to, sadly, for better or worse.
That's awesome.
I want to know what everyone's houses are. You guys sound off.
Yes, and you can also see the clock does say 000, so that does mean that we do have...
Oh, we do have real work to do. Never mind. Harry Potter, sorry.
But we're always up for, hearing more about you as a person.
Definitely.
Zach's Slytherin. And speaking of...
because Snape.
Speaking of Zach's, we do have Zachary Nilsson, otherwise goes by Zach as well. He's going to be up next in about 30 minutes. So
awesome.
Shout out. Slytherin in the house. Wow.
I love it. Lots of Slytherins.
If you did miss the...
I'm a Death Eater. Well, Dylan.
You're scaring me, Dylan. You're
lovely.
scaring me. Lyle's Gryffindor.
Cool.
So good. Kind of what sort of house would create a personal productivity app? I don't know.
Ooh.
But that's what we're working on.
Ravenclaw, because they're like wise.
Okay.
I'm really letting my nerd
Glenna.
flag fly
Yeah,
today,
let that
guys.
nerd flag fly.
It's all coming out.
But this is the challenge. I kind of switched to my screen.
Okay.
Colby, Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
Such a weird name. Anyways, so this was the challenge. And again, you can just kind of check it out right over here. It says challenge. This is where everybody's submitted everything. We should expect 3 screens around personal productivity. You could use this UX font pack. Okay, and this is just for today. This is the what you have. So publish a prototype, share the URL with us, which is exactly what you did, because we can see right over here, we have number 1. And actually, when you publish, it would be really helpful if you put your name for the name of the app. Like if you do, this says financee - Ryan Ford, for instance. Just makes it easier. So we can do a shout out to you. But this is our first one. We could kind of dive into this.
Yeah.
6 screens. You can see right down here. So financee. Don't have an account. Sign up. All right. Already have an account. Cool.
Awesome.
It's gonna get into
What does it say? Your personal finance app. Okay, cool.
Log in to continue. Your weekly expenditure is $98K. What?
Unless that's maybe your
$98,000.
balance. And
Maybe it is.
those are.
Oh, I
that's
see.
Like a
Expenditure
list.
is this for what's happening this week.
So you got like an Xbox, a GoPro.
I do appreciate the amount of detail that went into this. It's not just like dummy data.
I like the that the little avatars are like the letters of what you got. So at a glance, you can scan them. That's
G
kinda
for
neat.
GoPro.
I guess if you maybe you could pull in logos if you had them, like for Amazon or Walmart.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
I like the color choice of blue. You could even kind of shift this so it goes from maybe a purple and kind of dips into the blue so it looks like it matches more.
Yeah, like bring in that branding.
Yeah, but blue being this really trusting color.
It's good for finance apps, yeah.
And what I did is I just clicked right down here. It looks kind of like a share icon, but this is like a graph of maybe how much you're spending and where things are at, which is cool. Yeah, good job.
That's a good one.
I
like it.
Super strong. Felicia's, good job. Plan on the go. I love it. Let's dive into this. Oh, we can go into yearly, schedule.
Cool.
Kind of see what's going on. Monthly. Good job. I don't know if you could always use UI kits, by the way. You know,
to keep everything a little bit consistent.
Just to make it faster, there's no reason you should have to reinvent the January schedule. Like you could find that stuff. So I don't want you doing busy work, but she obviously designed this. Everything's color coded. So when I click on this weekly, like we should.
It's pink. Yeah, that's cool. That makes sense.
Kind of know where we are and dive into notes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good. Yearly, monthly, weekly. Notes.
I like the colors. It's kind of playful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
It makes it like less intimidating just having just a real casual font there.
And it looks like it'd be super tappable. Like you could just navigate everything very easily.
This is a great job. Boom.
Oh yeah, that's cool. So you can comment directly on the prototype.
Yeah. All right.
Look at this chill guy.
Muse TD. Relax and get inspired of places here and around the world with us.
All right.
Am I? Okay, so let's just click down here.
Nice. So you can like browse for different travel places.
Okay, let's. So I don't think. Okay, there we go. Oh, he turned off the hinting.
Oh,
the
okay.
hotspot hinting. So when I click on this, nothing lights up. But you see, like, right click here, it expands out. I can heart that, boom.
Nice.
And let's see. I guess I gotta kind of figure this. Oh, click right here.
Ooh.
Your bucket list. Oh, I love that. That's a little bucket.
That's cool. Yeah, for a bucket list. I like the way the name of the place is kind of offset from the photo.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like kind of a trend that people are starting to explore, which I'm into, like breaking out of the grid and overlapping elements.
I do too. I like that. It works. That works really well for this picture too, because it kind of balances out the text in the image.
Yeah, I'm into that font too.
Yeah.
I like those like rounded, kind of modern fonts.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Great job. Great job, Fabian.
Very like minimalist. I like it.
Super, just really clean. This was published saying allow or go full screen, which is nice. We can see this on black.
Cool.
And then
Yeah, I
we
always
can-
publish on full screen too.
Pahorum.
Feel your step better.
Okay.
Oh,
let's
okay, cool.
Sign
like a step
in.
tracking thing.
Shoe name. Okay, so
Oh,
this
so it's
is
like
kind of
a
like
shoe shopping,
shoe shopping,
I think.
guess.
And you can save favorite shoes. There's featured shoes.
And let me just escape out of this and check right down here. We do have 3 screens. Let's make sure we hit all those. First one. Oh, I like actually how they did this. Is because they kind of show the.
You get the
I'm
full,
not sure what's going on here, but yeah, you get the full experience.
like tap. Yeah, I think this is representative of like a home screen. So
Yeah, perfect. Meets the requirement. Fantastic.
well done. I like the
Alright.
shoes.
Oh yeah, shoes is a good way to go. The to-do idea and
I like this quote. Like I like the idea of having a quote in the app as something to kind of motivate and inspire you. That's a cool
Yeah.
idea for a home screen and a productivity
Yeah.
app.
I like it.
Yeah.
I selected team meeting, so this is an event that was set up. We can always go back. We can add an event right here. What is it?
Ooh,
when?
nice.
What, when, where? Perfect.
I like how quick that is to do.
And showing the keyboard too,
Yeah.
like those interactions.
That's
So-
always helpful with clients, I feel like, because as designers, we might fill in the gaps and be like, yeah, the keyboard will show here, but when you're showing
Yeah.
it to a client, they're like, where do I type?
Totally.
So,
Looks like these have a subtle drop shadow, which works.
cool.
Very nice. Let's dive into Tim's. It's called Good Tasks.
I like
Tim
that
F.
gradient.
Yes.
I'm all about gradients.
Love it. No, 100%.
Sucker for those.
Oh, and I love this font too. I really like that. This is really nice. Congrats, Johnny. Our bots detected an increase in productivity of 20% for the last week. You should be really proud of you.
That's
if
cute.
you say so.
I want
If you say
messages like
so.
that in life. I want someone to be like, you were more
I love this
productive."
this makes it like really playful, huh?
Yeah, I like that his eyebrows kind of growing up. Like, okay.
Okay.
That's cute.
I like that it says okay.
Oh, this is cool.
Um,
To-dos, work stuff, household.
Let's dive into some to-dos.
This is how I organize my list too.
And let's go on black.
Yeah, I love the subtle image behind the gradient in the header.
Done yesterday.
That's really nice. You can scroll down and see the items that are completed.
Notice how he or she used that. Yeah, it's nice. Good color choice all around. I think it's nice.
Yeah.
Because as we go back, we can see, okay, that obviously we're in the to-do category. Let's go into statistics.
Ooh.
Yeah, pull from UI kits or whatever. This is great. And back to tasks. So definitely contender, I'd say, huh? Pretty
Yeah,
good.
I like that.
Good
That's really
job,
neat.
Tim. That was Tim's. Okay, so
Okay.
Hue shutdown. Hue shutdown.
Cool.
Oh, holy moly. What?
24 screens.
What the what?
You worked quick. I like it.
Welcome. Let's create a timer. How many minutes?
Oh,
Okay.
is this like hue, like the light bulbs?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
All of the lights done. So here,
Cool.
this kind of begs the question of like, I don't know what this has to do with like productivity, or if this is.
I guess it's like saving you time from going around and turning off your lights.
Yeah. I don't know if they already had this made, is what I'm wondering.
Oh, yeah.
But we're gonna click through all these screens since there's 24. Very well organized. In fact, we can go back. We can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me customize.
I mean, this is a great example just of what prototyping can do, if nothing else.
Yes. And let me just kind of click through all these screens. Cool.
Yeah.
Different screens for all the different scenarios. So great job.
Yeah, this is the level of detail.
So if you did Hue shutdown, we kind of want to hear more about it. Feel free to comment in chat. Tell us more about it. Because it's really cool. All right, Anna Ziegler. We have Cowo Space.
Hello space. Oh, like company workspace.
Oh, okay. Your
Maybe.
company workspace to get the productivity more efficient. Yeah.
I like the little planet.
Let's register. We're in. Let's get things done.
Yeah.
They use the font.
Cool.
Oh, I like that.
So you can see like an overview. You have meetings, you have messages, tasks. It's all on that one
Yeah.
screen.
Nice quick glance. Let's go to this first one. Oh, I love this blurred gradient, like
Yeah.
that blurriness.
Yeah, that's a really nice way to incorporate texture, but everything's still readable.
Let's go into
I like the little avatars. It's cool.
overview is what we're in. We can go into inbox.
Oh,
Let's
nice.
see, Ashton got a little dinner, all that good stuff. Yeah, that's great. Thanks,
Yeah.
Ashton. Let's kind of click through a couple of these other screens. So these are the tasks. So if we go back, tasks.
Oh, nice. So these are like different projects, I take it, and
Yeah. Client.
this is cool.
This is tight. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a great job, Anna. We get it. You're good, Anna. We get it.
Very nicely done. These challenges were just posted like this morning, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are putting me to shame. Like, we've been here for an hour and a half and I've done like 3 screens and look at everything everyone's done since this morning. It's very cool.
We will go over there. I'm just going to switch to full screen so I can just double check that I have everything perfect. All right, all right, cool. Let's just switch back. What do you think? We got to kind of get these kind of hammered out and organized.
Yeah.
Maybe let's close that into like our sort of top, 3 or 4.
Okay.
I think this one's pretty nice.
Yep, definitely.
Do that. I can't get these squared away. And then if we could have you, the audience, everybody in chat help us.
Yeah,
That would
guys.
be great as soon as I get this set up.
Manuel, he says, I own a couple Hue bulbs and wanted an easy and fast way to shut them down with dimming integrated. So I thought I'd create an app and downloaded XD. That's cool.
I like where your head's at, my
Yeah.
friend.
I love designing apps for things that I wish
That you-
existed in
Yeah.
the world. That's the way to go, I think.
Yeah. So true.
It's a great way to practice solving design problems.
Yeah. Create what you want to
Want to see?
have exist, yeah. Felicia's great, nice and color coded. That's just us.
We don't need that,
And then we have this
Financy. Which was cool too.
So this gets tricky. These, I have a number of them because these are all really strong. We have
know.
this one here, the corporate design. We'll put that on this side. You know, we have Tim's to-do list. Everything's color-coded and very nice. This one is also the Muse TD. You know, looks pretty good and had the offset type. So that's pretty strong.
Had some cool ideas too. Yeah.
Felicia's is again strong, like color-coded, like the Good Tasks. So those are kind of similar. You know, gets a little tricky on those two. And then this one and this one. So what do you think?
Well, I think, like I said, this is an awesome amount of work for one day.
Exactly. We're like, we're thoroughly impressed with the amount you're able to do.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for contributing.
Yeah.
And are we doing another one tomorrow?
We are. It's going to be a different theme.
I hope everyone comes back and does one tomorrow too.
Yes.
Because these are so fun to see.
I don't know which one Fabian's is, but let's get these narrowed down to like our top ones. Like,
okay.
This one's pretty strong.
Yeah, Tim's is definitely in my top three.
In the mix.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of thought that went into that corporate design one.
Okay, so these two.
Yeah, I would rank that up there. All right, you pick one.
Okay. Well, I would agree with you. I'm going to kind of go into some of these. This was pretty strong.
This is really nice. Yeah, I love finance.
The hue shutdown was good. I appreciate all the amount of work that like went into it, but I'm looking for something like a little bit more. Essentially, it's just a tough one because I'm like, oh, you did 24 screens, and it's super like you did all the different scenarios, but like in terms of design, I think some of the others like went out. Felicia's is great, but kind of when you kind of compare it to some of these, it's really tough.
Yeah, I think it's really cute. There's just a little more detail, maybe that went into some of the other ones.
And as we take a look at this one, again, you know, pretty good, but I think what it comes down to is we have these three as our top three.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us know. Apologize if I didn't pick yours. Yes. Which one do you guys like? So you could do left, middle, right, 1, 2, 3. But out of these three, we'll pick our fave.
Let's get some votes going. Manuel, that's impressive that you did all that and you say you're not a designer. I think you are a designer if you did that much work.
If you're faking it really well.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. Seeming like a designer though.
Like I don't know what what is that? Co-space. Co-working space.
I wish
co-working space.
Yeah, or
I thought it was about cows.
Some people are saying keep flipping through. That would be funny if it was a cow one.
I wanted to see like this, like let's move the meaning. Just kidding. Cow puns.
Everyone design with animals forever.
This one had these nice graphs, and wasn't there something else in here?
Let's see.
Add. I'm getting pretty strong.
I guess
tough. These are really strong.
Yeah, I would say that just in terms of like the visual style and level of polish, the financy and the middle one, Good Tasks, maybe are the two strongest.
So usually we leave this up to the guests to pick the one that you like best as the professional, and everybody's trying to sway you one way or the other.
I like it.
But really, it's up to you. You can pick whichever one you want. Just like, hey, you know what? I like the idea of having $98K in my bank account. Maybe that's why you pick. No, I don't know.
I feel like I have to go with Tim's because it's also the most like on point for the brief in terms of it being a productivity app. Like,
yeah.
And this is honestly how I organize my productivity. Like, I can't just have work stuff in there. I've got to also see like list of things to do for the house, list of things to do for vacation. So I feel like this is what I would be looking for in an app. Plus, I just like the use of the gradients blended with the background images. I think that's really cool. But honestly, all really good submissions.
Oh, that's awesome.
When they told me I was going to have to pick a winner, I was like...
And you're like, you don't want to break hearts.
Yeah, you breaking hearts. It's so awesome that you guys are collaborating and working on this with us.
So I'm going to just asking me to... All right, she is going with, again, shout out to all the others, Hannah's, everything. We're going with
amazing job, everyone.
Tim's. Congratulations, Tim. You win 1 year Creative Cloud. I don't know if you've won it already, but usually we have some rock stars in here. That
he
like
already won.
It.
Well, Tim, I feel
Stop
like
it, Tim.
you need to get out of here and give everyone else a chance.
No,
I'm
but
just
like
kidding. Congrats, though.
worthy.
Yeah.
Killing me. Everybody did such a good job, but I think you're right. Notice how this one has 5, the least amount of screens. So it's not like you can like muscle your way into, number
Sometimes
one.
quality wins out over quantity.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Tim, man, I don't care if you've won before. Hey, you're a winner, buddy. What can I tell you?
Another year of Creative Cloud.
I guess, yeah.
That's excellent.
I don't know. What does that make? Like 43, 44 years now? Creative Cloud?
He has
pass it down
Creative
to your children.
Cloud for life. Yeah.
Creative Cloud for life. Great job, Tim. And yes,
That
like
was
Meagan said,
so
everybody
fun.
did a great job.
Definitely.
Can't
wait
thank
to
you
see
enough.
tomorrow's.
It's only going to get like more hard because there's going to be like, they just get better and better. And then sometimes you're inspired and just kind of like, you think you kind of suck as a designer. To a certain degree, you're like, you guys are killing me.
I'm honestly feeling that way now, looking at these 2.5 screens I've designed while we've been sitting here. I'm like, wait, some people submitted like 15 screen prototypes that they just whipped together. Meanwhile, I've got Barry the Owl, and he's like barely got any
talking about owls and alcohol and drinking mimosas or whatever. That's what we did.
Y'all are making me feel like I gotta step it up here.
Yeah.
In the next 9 minutes that we have, I've got to finish this thing.
You do.
Pressure's on.
You do. Get with it.
I know.
No kidding. You don't realize how hard it is to talk to everybody. You're interacting and like you're just not you're not sitting down just working.
I feel like I just want to read what everyone's saying and I'm not like focused.
No, this is good, but I do want to point out
fun.
again, these all came from these sketches, as we can see, right? Initially. We're not in fact, let's just
these really like
to
sketchy sketches.
This is kind of where we started.
This is what my handwriting looks like half the time too. It's kind of a problem for me. This is why I need computers to function in life. That says endangered indicator, which is an idea I had. I might reincorporate that, but like there could be something like this one's in danger.
Oh, like
so you feel
it
motivated.
needs like some sort of badge or something like that.
Yeah, so I might circle back to that idea. We'll see.
Yeah,
I think that could be cool.
I like that.
And Jeanette, I appreciate that. She's like, and she had to pee this whole time.
Yeah, you and me both. I don't know why. We are just so ridiculous.
I feel like we spent too much time talking about going to the bathroom and drinking. Maybe it's all the talk about drinking. It's like, anyway.
Yeah.
And then socks. We've had a fun morning, you guys.
Yeah, we have. And,
morning, early afternoon.
Yeah, wherever the day may find you. So you do have the next segment with Zach Nielsen as well as
that's gonna be cool.
Alex Poteric is gonna be. They're gonna be coming in a second, so you can always kind of submit yours in that next segment.
Let's see.
All right. So, Jonathan, we really appreciate you. If you're just joining us for the first time, like Meagan has been. It's Meagan, not Megan, by the way.
That's a true thing.
She's gotten one marriage proposal today. She's really on her honeymoon. She gets a marriage proposal. But lots of firsts happening today. Her first time live streaming. And she's here to save owls.
That's right.
And pretend like they're her pet. And that's the whole goal of this.
That's really why I'm here.
It's going to be fun to see this like develop over the next couple days. Like as we start to really design it, this is going to be like really fun.
I know.
And help us with this because I think everybody's really awesome.
Come back tomorrow.
Yeah, just like in terms of like contributing to the name and like making these design decisions.
Yeah,
is what we need you for, especially just like fresh eyes. Like I kid you not, just somebody with like fresh eyes.
Definitely
is a huge thing.
I always need that. Normally when I show my work to someone for a second opinion, it's not 1,600 people, but that works too. That's fun. Lots of opinions. I like it.
Yes, always want to hear if it is your first time joining us, like Meagan. We can just say thank you. Glenna thinks it's been great. We appreciate all the compliments, but we do this for you, really, at the end of the day. Like for you guys. We give you things. We're just like, be our friend. Don't forget to like update XD. It is like free. We basically have a free version out now, which is awesome. And we have all these updates that we've kind of grazed the surface on. So we'll kind of dig more into that over the next couple days, which is cool.
Definitely.
Fantastic. Well, how are you feeling? Did you have a good time?
I had so much fun, honestly.
Yeah.
I kind of, if not for needing to go to the bathroom, I would not want to leave.
I know, right? We need to go so bad right now.
Things are dicey, guys.
We're like, where's the next? Zach, get in here. Zach,
Where is he?
like clenching
No, I'm
your
just
teeth. But again,
this was so much fun, honestly.
Yeah,
I
fun
hope
day.
you all come back tomorrow and hang out with us again.
yes, definitely. And don't forget, we do have this daily challenge. We'll post a link to that. Again, 8 days of fun. Day 1, lots of firsts happening. And we see Zachary Nielsen. Am I saying that
In the house.
right? In the house, up next.
Woo,
Right on.
get
Give
excited.
Meagan a warm thank you. We'll be back in a couple minutes, so stay with us, everybody.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye.